What's up, YouTube algorithm? It's Serious Straighten Woods. I don't know why I even did that. I'm just relaxing. It's pretty cold down here too in Pensacola. Yeah, I know it's colder up there in Kentucky and New York, but it's cold down here too. Or at least it was this morning. And don't even dare call me that. Don't even dare say I just have sensitive skin, because this skin can go through a lot of things in life. And a lot of cold air. They ain't cutting it down here no more. So anyway, okay, there we go. So anyway, we're going to do Spider-Man 2002 movie review. And of course, there's spoilers because, dude, the film been out since 2002. You had time to watch it 20 years ago. Or this was also known as, well, my cousin's generation, or just my cousin's version of Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. He's not my cup of tea. I always preferred Andrew Garfield more, but whatever. Probably because he was the more darker. Ooh, thank you. But Maguire's the more experienced and pretty good. Now, let me tell you, this film is not that bad actually. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be when I first watched it. Like, it has some pretty good acting, a lot of good story. Let's just get the bads out of the way. Let's just get the criticism I have on this film out of the way first, right quick. Mary Jane. Kristen Dunst's Mary Jane. I'm sorry. Kristen Dunst is a great actress. She is great at her job. She does a lot of good things. She's played a lot of good stuff. Played a lot of good romance films and whatnot. But her Mary Jane isn't cutting it. It's just like, it's terrible. Like, her Mary Jane is just god-awful and terrible. It's just straight horrible. Like, she cheats in the film trilogy a lot. It seems like she's only with Peter just because he's Spider-Man and nothing really else. That's why I really hate Kristen Dunst's Mary Jane. Though, criticisms as well. Another one I have is, yeah, that's really it. So, let's get to the good parts now. Let's see. William Dafoe's Green Goblin. William Dafoe. The man is 60 years old. Well, he wasn't 60 years old back in 2002, but the man is 60 years old, and No Way Home was destroying Peter. Like, oh my, not okay. Can't talk about No Way Home right now. This is 2002 Spider-Man, but film in 2002. Oh my God, I love William Dafoe's Green Goblin. It's like they went from this scientist that wanted this company back, and in the film, he literally injects himself with a drug that makes him go crazy, and literally just start killing people all of a sudden. Like, he just go crazy and does a lot of work in that film. I don't know where he get the fighting skills and martial arts from. I guess from the serum, because he was not trained in that film. He just knocked the crap out of Spider-Man in that film. Literally, one of its greatest lines were, "We are who we choose to be." Literally. Wow, that was one of the greatest lines as he holds Mary Jane up in the bus full of children. It was like, "Pick one, Spider-Man." Another one of the great lines were, "The itsy bitsy spider went down the water spout. Down came the goblin and choked him right out." I was like, bro, this guy is very sinister. Like, he was sinister. He did not care who he hurts it at that place. And literally, the best part about it is that his split multi-personalities, like, it was straight away multi-personality. Like, 1 minute he's a normal businessman, next minute he's the goblin who's like a freaking psychopath. So yeah, it's like he was one of them. And another good thing about the film, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Well, I mean, Well, his Spider-Man was alright, but he was more of a great. He was the best Peter Parker, actually. Like, he had that great energy of Peter Parker that made you think that, wow, he was a nerd. Like, he had that nerdy Peter Parker that we haven't seen since 2002's. Well, we haven't seen till after his portrayal of Peter Parker, and we haven't seen it till Tom Holland's version of Peter Parker. And that was just a whole different type of nerd. But they actually showed 2002's nerd, and he was kind of nice and kind of cool as a nerd. I mean, yeah, because Andrew Garfield skipped the whole nerd thing, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're talking about the Tobey Maguire's era. Like, he was a nerd that would actually work during 2002 or so. And he generally wanted a good, nice powers or something. I don't know. I'm thinking off of muscle memory. And also because, I don't know. Like, it just, the vibes of the film just came back, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta make a review film on this. Review video. And I know, you're like thinking, okay, who is this babbling idiot? Don't even know what he's talking about. Okay, so Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker is pretty cool, though. And, like, it just feels like the emotion that you feel for him. It actually feels like you feel bad for him, especially when Uncle Ben dies, like, when they're short on money, too. Like, when Peter first gets his powers, he feels incredible, and he wants, like, I don't know, like, it's just, like, feels so good, man. And also, when he gets, like, the powers, which I am not a fan of the organic webbing. Like, I think it's, like, the only reason I didn't put it under my criticisms was because, well, honestly, because I think it only fits in the Maguire's universe. I don't think it fits in any other Spider-Verse besides the Maguire's. And plus, it has been shown in the comics, like, once, I believe. Not that many times, actually, so yeah. There we go. And another thing, Aunt May, she's like this great, inspirable woman. Like, she is very incredible. The actor, I forgot her name, who played her, but she was pretty good. Another thing also with, let's see, trying to think of the actor's name that played Uncle Ben. Oh my God, how did I forget it? Anyway, he was someone that, like, in the comics, with great power must come great responsibility was shown too, but, like, in the comics, it was like a thing for me, just like, oh, okay. But in the film, it was like, oh, wow, because, dude, yeah, because Uncle Ben actually knows what he's talking about instead of the comics just being a random getaway. Because, like, he was a teenager during the time, so half the stuff that Peter do, he kind of understands. Well, I mean, as Peter puts it, not exactly, because the because the powers Peter has. The Spider-Man outfit, on terms of the Spider-Man outfit, I say it goes low, not as low as the 1970s Spider-Man, because that outfit was not really worth it, but yeah, and plus, like, it's pretty good, like, the outfit, but yeah. Also, Harry Osborn, the actor that played Harry Osborn, I forgot his name. I keep forgetting these actors' names. He was pretty good too, but his Harry Osborn was kind of cool too, although Norman, which y'all should know is Green Goblin, didn't really appreciate him that much. He always looked Peter more as a son than his own son, which was Harry. Which, yeah, Harry would be kind of jealous, and and I kind of understand why. Well, I mean, yeah, I can kind of understand why he hates Spider-Man by the end of the movie. Because first off, Spider-Man took his girl MJ in the film. Second off, Anyway, guys, like I was saying, then second off, after the guy stole his girl, literally, he don't know what happened, but apparently Spider-Man Green Goblin duked it out after the bridge incident. And next thing you know, Norman Osborn Green Goblin is on the news, dead, and Peter Parker Spider-Man is bringing his body in, putting it on the couch in the mansion. But everyone why did Harry try to investigate to see what happened first before he went to go blaming Spidey? Don't you think that would have made a lot more sense? And second off, why did he just get mad at Spidey about it? So then if he did some investigating, I think he find out that, wow, Spider-Man didn't kill my father. He killed himself. Because the glider incident, all Peter did was just really back out the way. And Norman hit himself with it. And another thing, I think he would have found out that, and I get that man is mad at Spider-Man because he took his girl, MJ, but it's not like he held a gun or web to her head saying, dude, it's not like he would end up punch her face all the way, hit her with full force and punch her face off like he did to Wolverine's girlfriend in the comics. But it's not like he threatened to do that. It's not like it's not like she wasn't into him, because she clearly was, and she clearly knew. So she clearly did it on purpose. So why aren't you mad at her as well? Huh? Okay, I just found two different counterclaims to be mad. Why you shouldn't be mad at Peter? Wow. Bruh. So anyway, my review for it. Spider suit, the suits and outfits, I'm going to give it a good 9 out of 10 because No Way Home proved it way better. Let's see. Story, I'm going to give it a good 10 out of 10 because it was a great Spider-Man story. Characters, 9.9 out of 10 because of MJ. And best Peter Parker. Is it the best Peter Parker? That's for you to decide.